Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking for an escape? Maybe just for an hour to laugh, cry, roll your eyes, or even just have a minute to yourself.
Or ever just want to embrace your feminine side, and what better way to do that than have the color pink riding shotgun, as pink isn't just a color, it's a state of mind. Thanks, Audrey Hepburn, for that quote.
Then look no further. Introducing the new podcast, Truth and Pink.
We're Sarah and Channa, 1979 Gen X, strong. But more Zennials, that forgotten little slice of Gen X with just enough millennial edge to know what TikTok is.
But way too cool to care. Hey there, Truth Babes. Welcome back to another week of hanging out with us. My name is Channa.
I'm Sarah. We are in the throes of February, and oh my gosh, it was 39 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, what's with the weather? The crazy things too. So obviously we're big snowboarders, so we've been checking out all the things, and we're going to Tahoe in 3 weeks, and they just had this huge avalanche, and Jeffrey hit me up and oh my gosh, avalanche. And then I looked it up. I was like, we would never be caught in those kinds of things, just for the record, because this was a 3-day backpacking backwoods
well,
trip.
That's still sad though.
Oh my gosh, super sad.
Yeah.
But
you
I
never
wouldn't
want to
be
get
caught in one of those.
penalized for being adventurous.
Adventurous.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, super sad and super tragic. I mean, they were all, it was part of this academy, rich people ski academy. But it was the parents of the kids that were off on this expedition. And so these are parents with children. So it's tragic.
Technically, it was ski week, right? I know when the kids were little and they went to that hybrid charter school, they always had a ski week in February.
Oh, nice. Maybe that's what it was for. I don't know. I just would never be caught in something like that because I'm like, no. Princess skier or princess snowboarder over here
Cautionary
wants to
tale.
Yes, would like to go to the lodge, get myself a little coffee, go hit the mountain, stop midday and get a little nosh, and then come back and snowboard some more on
That's your
open
adventure.
runs. Yeah, I don't. Jeffrey's like, let's go through the trees. I was like, and smack my head and die? No.
Speaking of skiing and snowboarding, oh my gosh, did you see the horrible thing that happened to Lindsey Vonn at the Olympics?
Oh my gosh. But
terrible.
Yes. Crazy.
She healed
30
her
seconds.
she had a huge injury before that, and she's like, no, I'm gonna go anyway. And now she's shattered her leg.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, she's known for being super bold.
Yeah.
Out on that mountain, and that's why she wins, and that's why she's a beast.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why we like to watch her. But
absolutely.
she, she puts it all out there, and that's exactly what she did. And I know.
To have healed and then just have 10 times the injury now that you had, but
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Airlifted off the mountain.
Right, yeah. And not to take away from the winner. Okay, first of all, can we talk about the name Breezy Johnson? Those parents were like, you have no choice but to be an Olympic gold medalist. There's no way this name is wasted.
Well, your parents were either hippies, which that still could very well be the thing. Or they were like, girl, you are meant for greatness.
Yeah.
Because
this is your name. You have to do something good with this.
And you just saw her face during the whole thing. Obviously she was crushed that her co.
Yes. Well, and I don't think anyone wants to win under those circumstances.
No.
And it's hard. You want to feel good for her, but then you're also what do you, how do you sit with that? It's such a great triumphant win, but at the expense of, not to say that Lindsey would have gone on to win, but.
But it was probably. Just, I just to see her face when she realized that she was about to win was that's the joy of the Olympics. I love the Olympics. I made the kids. Well, I didn't make them. I was like, hey guys, it's Friday night. It's opening ceremony of the Olympics. Do you guys want to watch it with me? And they did.
Yeah. So I don't love the Olympics like you do, but my Jeff loves them. Although we're stuck watching curling, not just curling, women's curling, and the
Ugh,
noises that come out of
we
these
have
women.
talked about this.
It's just
Oh, dear
I can't.
Lord.
Well, and now I guess there's a new Olympic event where they ski uphill and then they have to take off their skis, put it in their backpack, run through this like obstacle course, then stop, rip off like the rubber things on their skis, and then ski downhill. It's like crazy. I'm like, who decided that was going to be an event? I
That's
don't
almost
understand.
like I mean, yeah, but it's almost like the one I watch it like once or twice. The one where they ski and then they have to shoot and
Yeah,
then they
the
have to ski and shoot.
triathlon, whatever. Yeah. Cross
Eh,
country, whatever.
like who decided that we just needed to ski, ski, ski,
What can
ski,
you do on
ski,
skis?
and then shoot accurately and then ski
Right.
like uh
The better one would be to see if they could do it on a snowboard, right? Because your feet are bound, and then you would
right.
have to like somehow balance and like stop and then grab.
I know. You just couldn't get yourself going. You'd be like, "Where's my skier to push me on the
You
flats?"
need to be like towed somehow to where you need to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Crazy, crazy.
it's been crazy, but I've definitely been putting, the Olympics on all of my patients' rooms that are not awake.
Oh, look at
I'm like,
you.
"Look at we're all gonna
Greatness.
watch.
Greatness right
We're
here.
all gonna watch." Did you know that they get paid for their medals?
Yeah, it's not completely, it's amateur, not gone professional, but it is paid
But in
something.
some
Yes.
countries,
Yes.
they get paid, like, hundreds of $1,000, but that's
Right.
because they don't
Because
give
it's
them
the
that
representation. Yeah.
yes, and I feel as though when I was looking at the list last night that, like, the countries that they're getting paid, like, a shit ton of money, I don't know that they get that many medals, so it's not like the country is, like, just doling out hundreds of
Right.
$1,000, whereas
Right.
our country, like, if they were like, "Hey, a gold medal is we're gonna give you $200,000," they'd be giving out a lot of hundreds of thousands of
Right.
dollars
Right.
because we make a lot of money or we get
Yeah,
a lot of
we get a lot
get
of
a lot of
medals.
medals,
Yeah.
which I think is, I don't know, just it's just so cool.
It is. It
I
is.
just I love everything about it.
It's representation of our great country. It's representation of incredible athleticism. It's like it's pretty cool. I just
The
I don't know. I
dedication
can't
that
get
these athletes
behind
have.
what is it? The parallel luge where one person is laying on top of another person. I can't get behind that. They like lay flat. Have you seen it where they go down the luge or whatever? And they're
Oh,
laying
but
flat,
they're
but there's two
laying?
of them.
There's
There's
2
two
of
of
them?
them. Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I'm
I've
like,
just seen the single is the skeleton, right?
yes. Yes. But
And
then
yeah.
there's one where there's two of them and they're
Ooh,
laying on top of
that
like
seems silly.
it does. Okay, and let's talk about silly. What is with these young and I get it, but they reported they ran out of like it was like one day of 10,000 condoms and they didn't have any, like they're going through hundreds of thousands of condoms in the Olympics. Like
What?
yeah, you
People are
haven't
getting
heard that?
sideways. No.
Gosh.
No, because
What are these young athletes
it's not like
doing?
the Olympic, channels are reporting those. That's, like, on side news things, and I don't watch those things, but wow. So
Yes, like
everybody's getting crazy. Give me the tea.
well, apparently,
Tell
though,
me more.
I guess
They're
it's
running
happened
through
before. It happened
Thailand.
when the Olympics were in, was it China? It happened when it was in Rio de Janeiro. Like they run out of condoms because everybody in Olympic Village is just, I don't know if it's all the testosterone. Like, what is it?
Oh, wow.
These
Look at
people getting
you
busy.
athletes and stuff.
Like, how do you run out
So,
of.
note to the general public out there, bring your own condoms.
But what are you doing that we're running out of that many? Like, that's
Well, how many
incredible.
thousands of people are there, though?
No, but these are the athletes. These aren't the like now it could include like the trainers, coaches, like it could include all of that. I don't know, but they're saying in one day like they went through 10,000 condoms and they ran out. Like, what are y'all doing? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What's going on?
Wow. Look at they dedicate their lives to their craft of the sport, and they
Right.
get to the Olympics, and they compete, and then they just go crazy. They're like, they have had no life for
Right,
the
right. They've
last
been
4
training, right.
years. They've been
But
training, so
some
now
of
they're letting
these
all of that out.
well, and I know what was it, the one event, um, where you run and have to jump on your sled? I don't know, one of the competitors on the USA female team,
The
she was
bobsled?
like I guess yeah. I was thinking something else, but yes, bobsled. She's, like, over 40, and I think she got silver or something like that, so we're talking very wide ranges of Olympians from
Mhm.
kids. I mean, do you remember when we were young, Tara Lipinski won the gold, and she was, like, 12 years old? And now yeah,
Yeah,
she was 12 or 13 years old.
yeah.
I mean, you've got a
I think she's
wide
good.
range of
Yeah, of athletes,
ages,
yeah.
and in between, these
Which is
people
just
are going crazy.
which is just, uh, I feel like it's like a nod to I feel like when we were younger, the athletes were younger, and I feel like now, I think this is just a nod to how much more we're taking care of our bodies,
Yeah,
and we're pushing our bodies to the limits later in
totally.
life, and we're expecting more of our bodies, and we're not taking no for an answer.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
no, seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
40 years old, and she's out there, and she's
In an
medaling.
Ol and winning an
Yep,
Olympic,
yep,
that's
yep,
amazing.
yep. So,
I just don't that's a lot of time and dedication to something. A lot.
yeah, yeah. But hey,
I mean, I know I put a lot into school and stuff, but that
no,
I
but
feel like
imagine
that's
training on that level. Imagine the training that you have to do on that
you
level.
literally just have to sacrifice so much.
Everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
but that's your goal.
That's your
Like,
goal.
I mean, I think that's the ultimate Olympics. Like, if you
Yeah,
can win an Olympic medal, that's literally like the mecca.
yeah.
That's amazing.
But I
So
wonder so some of these events, that they can go on to be pro, like tennis and, like, hockey and, like, all of these other sports, but you can't be a professional bobsledder, can you? Like, there's no, like, sponsorships for
to move on?
not to put it
No,
down, but
no, no, I feel like the only thing that you can do I get it, and maybe I'm wrong. We're wrong here. Like, I mean, I think they can do curling stuff. I mean, any of the like skiing and snowboarding
okay,
competition, like some of
who's
them.
watching professional curling besides my just wanna
I don't know, but I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure. Like, if there's like freaking competition, cornhole,
okay, fair
professional
enough.
competition
Yes,
cornhole, I'll
yes.
bet you that
But is
there's.
cornhole an Olympic sport? I don't think so.
I bet not yet. Watch them this next year. Be like, we gotta put cornhole in. I can't.
Would that be a
But
a winter or a summer game?
that 100% is a summer game because
You gotta have
they're
your
out on
drink
the
on the
lawn.
side to get through
Yeah, the
that.
lawn and a beer in your hand or something. They're gonna change the rules. Cornhole, you're allowed to drink because you've gotta be drinking in order to play that game.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's, like, mandatory.
exactly, exactly. They dropped so here in LA, and I think Northern California too, you can now get on the list for the lottery to get the Olympic tickets in '28. But you have to register and put your name into a lottery, so you're not guaranteed a ticket, but
Right.
you have to be in the lottery to get the ticket.
Wow. I
Yeah.
wonder how much that even
Oh, I'm
costs.
sure, like, insane.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even know. I was watching the, with the whole Olympic theme, I was watching, like, the, NFL not NFL, the hockey team that in the, I think, '80s, I'm
Oh, yeah,
gonna
The Miracle, mhm.
yes. I was
Yes.
watching that
The movie or the documentary?
the documentary.
Okay.
Uh,
Equally, both are good, so it just depends on which one.
shit. No, documentary,
Okay.
documentary.
Okay.
documentary because they were interviewing his son and this, that, and the other. And they were talking about the city, Lake Placid is like a city of that year of the Olympics. It's like a city of like 3,000 people and they
Right.
held the Olympics there and how like the speed skating rink was outside in front of the high school
Wow.
and everybody talked about how out of place the Olympics was in this tiny ass little town,
Wow.
but how cool and just
So cool.
all these
So cool.
things. And so it was funny because Jeffrey fell asleep and I kept on watching it. And when I woke up in the morning, he goes, "Did you watch that whole thing?" And I
You're
said,
like, "I sure did.
I did.
I
It
sure
like
did."
sucked me in.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Park City, Utah, it's well known, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's densely populated,
No,
so
you're
kind
right.
of the
It
same
is
thing.
also very small. But I think a little bit more, well, this is also 40 years difference, I guess,
Sure,
but 30
sure.
years difference, a little bit
Yeah.
more modern than Lake Placid.
Sure, 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 sure. Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's crazy.
I would also venture to say that Park City is also still a little bit more modern than Lake Placid today.
Oh, yes, I just was comparing population.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure,
No,
sure.
for sure, and
Sure,
much,
so
much more well known, but so speaking of
yes.
documentaries, I watched the, N America's Next Top Model documentary on Netflix.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
is it good?
Well, I guess it depends on, you know, I feel like there's just so much to unpack, but think about this. This was 26 years ago or whatever, and what the oh, did you get your
Pass.
Starbucks? Okay,
I'm getting a treat right
okay.
now. When your husband goes and gets you Starbucks.
Yay. Way to go, Jeff. Way to go.
Sarah says, "Way to go, Jeffrey." Thanks, beep. I also got him one. I mean, I ordered it. Ooh, what's it say? You're awesome.
Oh.
All right. Sorry.
No,
Pause.
that's okay.
Unpause. Unpause.
So, did you ever watch America's Next Top Model when it was on TV? Early 2000s?
Was that Tyra Banks?
Yes.
Um, yeah, because then she'd be like, "You are not
Right.
America's Next Top Model."
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So I do
So,
believe I watched.
a few.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
same with me, same with me.
Mm.
And it's funny how so much has changed, and especially so apparently what happened, the reason for the documentary is everybody started rewatching these shows when we were all on house arrest for COVID. So
Mhm.
there was a big
Oh yeah.
boom of all of these older shows, right?
Uh huh.
Well, what's funny is what was acceptable in the early 2000s was no longer acceptable in 2020 and or now, right? So some of these girls were just picked apart on and the whole premise of Tyra wanting to do the show was she wanted to bring, different size women and different ethnicities and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But I think what ended up happening is it just shifted into we're trying to make you a model, and in order to make you a model, you have to fit the standard and fit the industry and, like, all this stuff, so some very traumatizing things happened to these girls. One of
Mhm.
them this story was so sad, she had a gap in her tooth in the front of her teeth,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I love my gap. I don't wanna get rid of my gap." And Tyra was like, "You either need to fix your gap or you're going to leave." And so she ends up fixing the gap. Ironically, the gap becomes popular, and the very next cycle that they're doing the next show, they're telling the girl to shave her tooth down and get a gap. Like, just so right? Can you imagine? Can you j I mean, and that's not the worst thing. There were so many terrible, terrible things that we
Well,
accepted then.
yeah, it just goes back to like, gosh, fitting a mold and the standard at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like, look at like, let's talk about our moms and what was acceptable back then. And it's coming back around and it's crazy because they would shave their eyebrows or they would pluck their eyebrows so damn thin
I know.
or they would shave their eyebrows and draw them back on, right? And then later in life, my mom's like, well, now I have no eyebrows. So then my mom went and got them tattooed on.
Mm.
She got tattoos before the tattoos were cool. But I was like, "That's so cool, right?" Well, now, like, my son, like, talks to girls and stuff, and, like, th he's talking to a girl that, like, shaves her eyebrows and pencils it on, like, "Why? Why?"
That's so
But this goes like, everything is cyclical, right?
cyclical. Yeah.
Everything is cyclical and everything changes and everything comes back around, and so, I don't know, and
Well,
again,
and
standard of
what
beauty is always changing, and
yeah.
I'm
We
sorry,
don't necessarily have to follow the
I don't wanna say
trends.
I break the mold, I just
Yeah.
don't give a shit about the mold.
Right,
Like,
and we
I
don't
am
follow
who
the
I am.
trends. Yeah.
I am
But
unapologetically me.
this unpacked more than just, like, the standard beauty trend. This was, like, at one point, one of the girls, they do this modeling, like, photo, and she has to have 3 men dancing around her, and one of the people that are doing it, he's, like, getting handsy, and she's very uncomfortable, and so she stops the photo shoot and she's like, "I am uncomfortable. He keeps, like, grabbing behind my, the part between, like, where your butt meets your thigh kinda thing," and she's like, "I'm really uncomfortable." And they basically tell her, "You just think you're gonna control this whole photo shoot because you're uncomfortable. You need to be a professional. You need to deal with it." Can you imagine saying that to a
I'd
girl
be like,
nowadays?
"So you want me to be professional?" I think being professional goes both ways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he can't be professional and keep his fucking hands off me,
Yeah.
then we can find another model
But
for this job.
it was all she even says to herself, "What would Tyra do? What would Tyra do in this situation right now?" And she's like, she would stop the photo shoot. So that's what she did, and then Tyra lays into her about being unprofessional, and you just have to work with it, and you just have and so then when they interview her in the documentary about it, she's very, like she's very protective, obviously, of her work, and not
Sure.
apologetic, and not apologetic. There's one part at trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, where this girl basically gets essay, like, on camera, and she is forced because there's all these cameras around her. She turns it into because she's embarrassed. She's like, "I just cheated. I'm so upset." They're not allowed to have phones. For the good of the show, the production team is now like, "Here's your phone. You have to call the boyfriend that you just cheated on." And they film it. And on camera, you can hear the guy calling her a stupid fucking bitch and like all this stuff. And it was tolerated.
Because it's all about
Tolerated.
ratings. It's all about
But
ratings.
could
Look
you
at
imagine watching that now?
yeah.
That
Again,
would
things
never
that were
happen.
acceptable, I know.
Isn't that
Or it
I
would,
guess
it's
my
called reality TV.
well, but not even on reality TV would that happen because I think women have found their voice for that not to be a thing. That wouldn't happen. And now you have social media and people that you can get on your side without the, control of production and what like I just
Sure.
can't believe and if you think about this too, that was only 20 some years ago. So I feel like we moved in a really great direction of women
Mhm.
finding their voice and sticking
Yeah,
up for themselves and saying I'm not
it's great.
tolerating this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thinking
Well,
about that's our generation that wasn't so long ago that it wasn't, you know, we were either I don't wanna say we were either blind to it, but we didn't know that we could be like, "No."
mm-mm. Well, I feel like we're teaching our daughters to stand up for themselves more. We're teaching them, not that our parents didn't teach us right and wrong, but like, look at,
It's different.
but if you listen to my parents talk, though my dad has dementia, so that's like a whole other, but if you listen, even my mom, like they have these ingrained sexism ideas that just came with their age group. And we are
It was tolerated.
breaking,
It was
yeah, it was
tolerated.
tolerated. And now we've broken all of those molds and we're not tolerating the sexist talk and, you diminishing me or my feelings or my
We're
opinions.
taking up space.
We are taking up space.
Well, and to your comment about how we're raising our daughters differently, I also think that goes to we're raising our sons differently.
Yeah. Like my sons still open my doors for me, but they're polite and they're kind. Look, they're not perfect. They're not
No, 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 but
perfect,
I just mean as
but
far as how they're treating women. Like
yes.
we are teaching
Yeah.
them.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase is dating and he's not perfect. And he went out there in the dating world and then he was like, "Mom, I was kind of like dating two girls at one time and I felt really shitty about it." Cool. I'm so glad that you felt shitty about that. Cause
And then
yeah,
he got his heart broke.
He's 21. You live and you learn, right?
You live and you learn. But no, I
Okay.
just mean the examples that we're setting and, we're like we had said before on this show, we're talking to our kids in ways that our parents never talked to us.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like my mom talked, like, at me.
Yeah.
"Don't do this, don't do this, you're not allowed to do this. The Bible says, the Christian thing, don't do this, you're not." Everything was just like
It was lectures. It was
yeah.
so many I'm just no more
And
lectures.
then, like, the passive aggressive, like, "Oh, you're such a good kid. You're so good. You're so good. You're not doing these things." And it was, like, so passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It's so funny, like, she'll still to this day say, "Oh, it's so great that you didn't, like, have sex till blah, 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 blah." And I just go, "Mhm."
That's a whole other story that I don't wanna be a part of because I know, I'm a part of that story.
But, like, there are, like and I know that, like, I've heard of, like, some adults telling their adult parents, like, the things they did as a kid. No. I don't need to do that.
Mm-mm.
I don't but it's
I don't need to
still like
share everything
yeah,
with
it
my
still irks
parents.
me when my mom says things because she still has these like core I don't know. And so yes, I always talk like not at my kids, I talk to my kids.
I talk with them,
I talk
and
with
they're
them.
allowed to
Sure.
say as much as they need to say, and
Yeah.
it's even okay to disagree. In fact, it's healthy to disagree, and sometimes they
Mhm.
teach me things that I'm like, "Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense," and then it changes my whole perception, you know? I've never ever subscribed to the whole thing of because I'm older than you, I know more than you. I've never subscribed to that. I have experience. I have things that I've lived through. I have
Sure.
knowledge that I would like to impart on you. But
Yeah.
if you have something to teach me, I'm listening.
Well, we had this conversation with Chase last night when he came home.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Yes, he had a terrible day. The manager pulled him aside and said how they handled it was really unprofessional.
Oh,
Um, so quick backstory, Chase was suspended for a no call, no show, but the managers waited until after the 4 hours to call him. It was his fault, blah, 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 whatever. So, but it's been like a week. Anyways, so that was very unprofessional how they handled the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. And so he sat down and I was like, okay, I just need to make sure that like moving forward, you are respectful at work. He's like, yeah, but you told me that like you have to ask the managers the right way for cutting. And I was like, sure, but understand that I was top of the food chain when I was asking the managers to cut. I wasn't bottom of the food chain. You're still
was it
bottom
just
of the food
starting
chain.
out? Yeah.
Yeah. So you're bottom of the food chain going, "Hey, can we cut? None of us are making money." And then your manager like it tells you no and then punishes you by making you guys all stay and make less money. Guess what? That he doesn't care. He
Right.
doesn't care about the money in your pocket. So right now like you just need to,
Keep your head
button it
down.
up. And like I could see
Pay
him
your
like shutting
dues.
yeah, I could see him like shutting down and I was like, "Look at I know you think I'm trying to mom you right now, but I've been working for like 30 fucking years. And I started at the bottom and I've worked my way up in every job that I've had. So I know a thing or two. So I'm not coming at you as a mom, although, sure, yes, I'm a mom because Jeffrey's in the background going, anyways.
If you're not watching us on YouTube, you're missing some great things.
But I was like, "So, sure, yes, I'm momming you, but more importantly, I'm just trying to give you advice from somebody who's been working for 30 years and started at the bottom and worked her way up."
I don't know. Was Casa Gutierrez the bottom? I don't think that was the bottom.
Well, I mean, you're a hostess, and, like, the
I know,
hostess
but
is
I just
the bottom, and then you work
yeah.
your way up, like, I'm just
Such a
saying, so
great place, though.
it was
Such a
such a
great
great place, and
it
so, like,
was.
I literally was like, "Look it, I again, you learn from your mistakes, not from mine. You learn whatever, but I'm just trying to impart my wisdom because as somebody who's worked their way up, somebody who's up here, I hear the things that somebody who's had people underneath them, workers underneath them, I hear the things that you're saying and doing. And if I was your superior, it would make me feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
So,
Was he receptive?
At first he wasn't. So then I did like the mom thing. I was just like, I put on my fucking headphones and I came downstairs and I made dinner and I'm slamming shit around, like listening to loud, angry music because I'm just mad. And then Jeffrey comes down and he's like, just kissing me all over. And I was like, stop, I want to be mad right
Let
now.
me be mad.
Let me be mad.
What was that
And
song? I'm not ready to make nice. Let me be mad. Wasn't that a song?
yeah.
I'm not
Yep.
ready to make nice.
So that was me. And then Chase came down and sat down and he's reading like this book he read. He like all these books are like self-help books, but like not self-help books. They're like how to improve yourself, how to like improve yourself and
Find
make
your
yourself
words.
better.
Words,
I
words,
don't even
words.
know words, right? So he's reading it and he's like sitting there and he's like, Mom, I love you. And then I was like, okay, you're my sweetie. I love you. And so then it goes smudge his
You
face. And I'm like,
sucker.
I love you so much. I said, I just love you so much. And I just want you to know that at the end of the day, like all we give a shit about is your happiness and your success. I'm happy when you're happy. I'm happy when you're successful. So when you have shitty managers and you have run-ins and you come to me, like my mom, like mama bear like instincts go like, let me go fucking talk to that manager. I'll set him straight.
Right. But we can't fight their
I
battles, and
can't
I think
fight
that's one of the
them.
hardest things as a parent. That's one of the hardest things.
So I'm learning to be a spectator. I'm not very good at that.
I'm not good at it at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But I think, I mean, I don't remember listening to my parents at that age. I don't remember. I mean, they were certainly saying stuff to me, but again, it was words, words, words. We have to figure it all out on our own, and
Yeah,
sometimes, and I think that's where we talk about failure. Failure is, they make it such this bad word, but without failure, you don't have growth.
right,
You find the magic in the uncomfortableness, right? If you choose to. If you choose to be a victim, then that's a different
right.
storyline. But if you can use that to push you forward, we all need that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we don't want our babies to hurt or go
Right.
through
Well,
those
some of the
things.
most successful people say, I was told no 1,000 times, a
Right,
million times
right,
before, and if I had stopped at 950, I
right,
wouldn't, I wouldn't
right.
have gotten where I am. So
So this is
keep
going to be
trucking
another
along.
2-part episode. So we're going to stop here.